of Wall Street. Welcome to my channel where I'm going to be talking right now about the market rally that we're having at this moment. I guess yesterday and today, it seems like, earnings season is here. And, this is the July rally. Historically, it seems like the market likes July. And it seems like stocks, for the most part, at least historically, fly during July. So what does this mean? What are the last 2 days telling us? And are we ready to, you know, go to the moon again? This is what I'm going to be talking about today. So if you like this type of content, uh, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because I like to talk about credit cards, credit card point systems, and how to use them to your advantage and travel for free. But I also like to talk about personal finance. And the last 2 or 3 years, I've been more involved with, getting my portfolio really structured so that, getting it ready for this next cyclical pop, so I can get myself set up for some good returns, and to start generating some of that generational wealth that we all would strive to make, so that we can take care of our families and so on. So that's what the gist of this live is going to be. And I'm looking forward to whatever questions you may have. If you're new to investing, I suggest that um, you just get on with it. Right now is the best time to invest, because everyone seems to be very unsure of where this market is going. Personally, I think we may have already seen the bottom, and we're going to work our way up in the next year or two or three or four. It's really hard to try to guess what the market is going to do. So, as you know, wise people that have been investing for a while say, uh, timing the market is not necessarily good. Time in the market is where it's at. So you want to buy wherever the stocks that you like are at. I suggest doing some cash secure puts if you have a specific stock in mind that you really like, but you may not want to pay the stock price of where it's at. So what do? Basically sell a cash secured put, so that if it's a $30 stock, you can get it for maybe 25, and you get a premium in addition to that. So you actually end up coming way ahead. And although it may not trigger the first or second time, it may trigger the first. But the whole point is that you're getting that stock where not everybody else is getting it at this point, because everybody's buying it at a specific price point of where it is now, and you're looking forward. Since the market is forward looking, that's how you want to do it. As soon as you get that stock, you sell some covered calls when you see a nice pop, and start making your money. Anyhow, tomorrow's CPI. All right, the numbers are going to come out for June, and I honestly think those numbers are going to be tricky. Um, it's hard to tell what market likes at this point, because I personally was expecting the market to just be red this whole week. But alas, it's not necessarily what I want. The market, like the movie The Wolf from Wall Street says, there's a scene there with Matthew McConaughey where he beats his chest and he tells Leo DiCaprio that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're Jimmy Buffett or Warren Buffett. Nobody knows what the market's gonna do. It could go up, it could go down, it could go in circles. the whole point is to make money while you're at in it, and take advantage of whatever is doing. So a lot of people like to worry about, what the where the market is going. Um, but I like to focus on what the market is doing at this point. So, what is the market telling us? Well, I personally think that CPI numbers are going to be hot. Um, I think there's going to be a mixed bag tomorrow, and um, I think that we're looking at headline CPI probably being in the 4% to 3% area, which is going to be way down from the 9% area that it was a few months ago. And what is that going to do? That is going to make the stock market go up. Yes, I think that may happen tomorrow. It's crazy because real CPI is probably going to be bad. And so it's going to be very tricky. We may have a day where the Nasdaq is actually down, and the rest of the market is up. That could happen. Anything can happen. Um, are we expecting a rally? Are we in a rally right now? Well, I mean, that's your prerogative. That's something that you got to ask yourself. Where are we at right now? It seems like the market is ignoring the Fed. It seems like Jerome Powell is going to have to go into his bag of tricks, and it's going to have to probably increase the interest rates two or three more times. I honestly think that us as the consumers are probably going to be in the 9 to 10% area in 2024. It's the way that it's looking. It seems like job numbers are coming in hot, CPI is coming hot, but yet um, companies are telling the market overall, worldwide, that they're they are, I guess, not necessarily meeting expectations, but they are they are actually doing better than they were supposed to be doing or expecting to do. So what does this mean? Well, this means that they're actually losing money, but they may not be losing as much money as they were expecting. So I guess if you want to say that's a win, um, go ahead and say that is a win. The labor market is strong, but how come people are getting fired left and right? It seems like the unemployment numbers are actually down, but I think that's tricky. See, I personally think that unemployment numbers are down because a lot of people have either retired, passed away because of COVID, or they just gave up and stopped looking for work, or they ran out of their EDD. There's a certain limit that you get every year. Once you run out of that, which takes you anyway, I think from 4 to 5 months, um, well, then you're done. There is no way that you can again apply for unemployment if your numbers are done. If you hit your limit, then you can't apply again. So it's one of those things where we're in June. If people were we're in July, sorry. If people were in unemployment since the beginning of the year, and right now it's July, they've already exhausted their limit that they were giving, and so at this point they can't apply again. So that number is going to go down, right? But are there really less unemployed people out there? I don't think so. Um, are earnings really good right now when it comes to these companies? You know, I don't think so, man. I think that we are right now in a position where people are just taking whatever bit of okay news or not as bad news, um, and blowing it out of proportion as to say that was better news than expected, so the market's going up since we were at like the bottom of the bottom a few months back. Um, I I personally think that it's a great time to sell some covered calls. Sell some covered calls and make some money. You know, whatever stocks that you're holding, if you bought AI, you know, right now you're big time up. If you sold some cash secure puts on AI, you know, for the months coming up, right now you are smiling. You know, you may want to take profits. Remember that bears are going to make money, right? Bears make money. Bulls are going to make money in the market, but pigs get slaughtered. So I took some profits today. I was able to basically sell some SoFi option calls I had bought. I was up over 100% on them. So I decided to just take my money and run. Is SoFi going to go up tomorrow? I don't know. What I do know is that it was up today to like 9:15, and it was around 9. That when it got to like 9:10, it's when I decided I'm gonna sell some covered calls. Right, I'm sorry, I'm going to sell these options right now, and I'm gonna ask for, you know, whatever it is that, you know, 2 pennies, 3 pennies above from where it was the maximum ask at, and it triggered. So I got some money. Um, Ended up then averaging down on some puts that I bought for AI. You know, these are some October puts that I've bought. And so what am I doing? I am just basically averaging down and mitigating that loss. So as soon as there's a little sell off, you know, I can get out and take some profits. Don't overstay your welcome. You know, um, when it comes to covered calls, just pick a number, you know, pick a date, look at the option chains, and be comfortable with that decision. You know, look to roll over some covered calls that you may have sold in the past. Right now, you know, it seems like they may be underwater since, you know, your stocks may be up. Sell some covered calls or roll over. Uh, Depends on where you're at and, you know, where your covered calls, but as long as you're able to make, you know, more money by selling, you know, down the road than you're paying to buy back, you know, that contract that you're underwater in. That's the name of the game. So if you're able to, you know, basically move up your strike price, you know, $2, $3, $4, and you get a couple of cents or even $1 for that, that's a win. How can you call that not a win? Um, the Fed's going to raise rates again. It's just, you know, you can take that to the bank. I think it's going to be at least two more raises. Uh, Probably later in July, we're going to raise rates. And I believe in November, we're going to raise rates again, unless July numbers and August numbers are hot again, in which case, hey, we may, you know, increase rates 25 basis points three more times. Jerome Powell is not playing around, and it seems like nobody's taking him seriously. Um, there's a good old saying in Wall Street that basically states, do not fight the Fed and do not go against the Fed, but it seems like everybody's doing it right now and trying to call Jerome Powell's bluff. I don't think he's bluffing, but I guess we'll find out. Um, if you like this type of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and you know, let me know in the comments if there's something that you'd like to know. Um, Anyways, let's keep going. Um, like I said, you know, this market's oversold, and where do we go from here? I think a rug pull is imminent. I think a rug pull is coming up, and it's gonna be kind of ugly for those that are coming into the market just now and are FOMOing. You know, that fear of missing out is getting everyone at this point, and this oversold market is due for a nice correction. Now, could I be wrong? Of course, I can be wrong. Nobody knows what the market is gonna do, but what do we know? We know at this point that a lot of companies um, are not doing well. I don't think that they're lying to the consumer. I don't think they're lying flat out to investors, but they're definitely not telling everyone the truth. and we don't know exactly the true numbers because they're kind of inflating and moving around um, a lot of the numbers that they don't want to show. And so I think a rug spool's due. I'm personally buying puts on a lot of companies that have run up too fast, too quick. Now, again, um, never invest any money that you're not willing to lose. So I am totally okay because of my gains in the last few months, taking a percentage of that, and now basically hedging that we're going to go down. And so I take that money, I buy some puts, and I give myself, a month, a month and a half, so that if we do go up like we are right now, it gives me time to kind of think about my next move. And if I want to average down, I can. I can always pull the trigger and take a loss. I can do that. I think at this point, I have already uh, I have already met a specific number that I'm comfortable with, where I can now say I'm going to take losses. And so when it comes to tax season, doing a little harvesting never hurts. You know, layoffs, they're still happening. And I just don't think that the economy um, is going to get better as quick as everybody thinks or wants it to get better. Um, Credit card debt right now is at a 20-year all time or a 20-year high. And so, what does this mean? Means that people are living beyond their means, or people that have been unemployed, people that are out there, working. They may be making a certain amount of money, but because of the numbers, what are we being shown? People are actually working more now and making less money. So, what does that say about the state of the situation or the economy that we're at? I think that we're due for a pool, a nice little rug pool. And it's up to you to get yourself ready and try to mitigate those losses by perhaps selling some covered calls. A month or two down the line, try to get $2 or $3 or $4, um, from the strike price, wherever um, your stock is at this moment, and try to increase um, that premium to the $3 or $4 level. That way, if we do have a nice rug pool, that premium by itself is going to be paying off. And if for whatever reasons we do end up going up, you can always roll over later on. Anyhow, that's what we're talking about. CPI numbers are tomorrow. I'm very excited to see what happens. But like I said, I'm already taking profits at this point. I would be totally okay with us going, up higher tomorrow, because there's a lot of covered calls that I bought back last week, and I'm trying to find my footing and trying to find a nice uh, price point on when I feel comfortable selling covered calls, because I like, when my companies of stock that I'm holding jump 10% to 15%. That to me is a red flag. Basically, sell covered calls, 6 weeks out, 2 months out, and take that premium. The stock will back down, and in 2, 3, 4 weeks, I can then buy back those covered calls, make a profit, and then try to figure out um, when the next move is going to be made by looking at the option chain and making a decision. Anyhow, I'm the Credit Savage. Thank you for watching. I hope that this video was helpful. And let me know in the comments if you'd like to know more, what companies you'd like to know about, what companies you're investing on, and if you have some, information, I'm more than welcome. You're more than welcome to, let me know about that information on whatever company you're looking at. I'm always more than happy to research another company because we're all about making money, and that's pretty much why we're doing this is to have more money now or have more money later on than we do now by investing it. And so, see you guys on the next one. Have a good day.